Hello and welcome to Holyhill Radio. This is Evening Talks with Merit and Ify. My name is Merit and I'm here with
Ify.
Yes, and we're not alone in the studio today. We have here with us Peculiar. Hi, Peculiar. We're actually excited to have you here. This is the second time that you're with us. And I'm certain that we are no longer a guest. It's more like you're part of us now. So once again, you're welcome to our show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So to our listeners, if you're just joining us, this is Evening Talks with Merit and Ify. Last week, we began on a topic which is red flags in a relationship. And we established 4 major red flags, which is lack of communication, not a Christian. And when we say not a Christian, that means being with a partner that is not a Christian. And the others were an unforgiving partner and also an unkind partner. So today we'll continue on that same note, and we're going to be giving you more red flags, things you need to look out for, things you need to watch out for in a relationship. So Ify, what other red flags do you think a person should look out for in a relationship?
Okay, I think one other red flag you should look out for in a relationship is an insecure partner. An insecure partner is someone that is struggling with self-doubt, low self-esteem. They're always having this fear of abandonment, even when the partner is showing like commitment in the relationship. They feel like one day the partner can just get up and like say they want to go. So like there's that fear of it in the relationship.
But then, speaking of an insecure partner, how do we identify an insecure partner? What are the behaviors? What are their actions? How do we know that this person is insecure?
Okay, one of the behaviors is excessive jealousy, right? You cannot, like, the person is always jealous, even on the little things. You cannot interact with friends and family well because you know that the person will come and be saying, why are you, interacting with this person this kind of way? And you cannot be free because obviously people have like friends, both male, both female. You can be a guy now, for instance, and you're relating with your female friends, and then the girl is always asking, who is this person? Where did you meet her from? Just asking you questions that you just be like, why is she jealous? And all of that. And you feel very uncomfortable. You can also see that they're just, I don't know, they're always scared. They're just scared. Every time checking up on you, they're always monitoring you, monitoring where you are going, monitoring who you are with. And sometimes you can see that this thing can lead to control because they'll start to control who you are with. They'll be like, don't go to that place. This person is there. Don't wear this particular clothes. I'm not comfortable and all of that. And you see that it stems up from just them having like maybe low self-esteem or just them having this fear of you can leave them in the relationship.
And just to add to what you just said, for the aspect of control, having someone that wants to control your movement or is monitoring your movements is a major red flag. Mm-hmm. So as you're listening to us right now, if you know that you have someone that has this attribute that is, it's okay to be jealous, right? Mm-hmm. You can be jealous, but if it's in the extreme part, if it's in excess, you should know that is a red flag. But then still on the subject of insecurity, Peculiar, what are the other signs? How can we still identify an insecure partner?
Okay, so for me, misinterpretation of actions, a partner trying to do this or do that, probably living his normal life, and because he or her partner is insecure, be like, okay, this was not how it started, and why are you now acting like this? Or you now start overthinking and start misinterpreting the person's actions you get. So one thing with misinterpretation of actions, it's always coming from the side of if the person is an overthinker. You get somebody that overthinks and small thing, you ponder on it constantly and just think and think. Overthinking can be good in some aspect. I to some certain level I say I'm an overthinker, but I only overthink when it's a situation where I need to, not just on relationship things or on little matter that does not even matter. Like somebody is also living his life, your partner also have a life before they met you. You get, so now the person living his life or doing his normal daily routine, and you now feel like the person is not, so you're just misinterpreting the actions. And some of these little actions can be dealing response. You get, I might be online and maybe doing something, you can see my data on, but then you feel like because I'm not replying your message immediately, you now think that I am like busy, or I'm not interested anymore. You get, so that's one thing with misinterpretation of actions, and that's just it. So you just take things personal, especially taking things personal. I just feel like once you're in a relationship, you begin to take things personal, and that's fine. Of course, that's fine. As friends, you overlook so many of these things. The person don't reply your message on time, you'll be like, okay, that's just it. But because you are now partners, you get, start. And also another thing is still change your routine. Like, we tend to adapt in life, we tend to adapt as adults. So you as a person, you as a growing person, you are working. Before, this your schedule, but you will now find some difficulties and you just have to reschedule, you just have to change some things. And this person, I know you to be this person that was this, but then you're now adapting and changing to your environment aside your relationship. So an overthinking partner will now start looking at them like, is it that he does not care anymore? Like, before, we have this time to ourselves, but then because of work or because of this, he's trying to like fixing everything and just trying to adapt, and you'll be like, oh, he does not like me anymore. That's a big deal of insecurity. You get, that's a very, very big deal of insecurity, and all these things leads to no, not really inconsistency, but all these things you just get this partner in the position where the person is not just, it's not just, so like that's it.
Yeah, and I think that leads to constant reassurance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the partner would have to now keep reassuring that, oh, nothing is going on, because that one, the other party is always misinterpreting the action. So they'll have to keep reassuring and saying, oh, explaining every single time, this is not it. And I think that is actually a red flag, sincerely, because I mean, there are some things that shouldn't be a big deal, but because they are insecure, they are making it a big deal. There are some things that should just let it just go. It's not such a big deal, but because of their insecurity, they make it a big deal, and then the partner keeps on reassuring, and I think that reassurance just makes that partner experience mental stress, because I mean, to think of the fact that I have to keep telling you every time that, oh, this is not what happened, I was just busy, like every single time, it causes mental stress. And sincerely, anything that would affect your mental health, you should avoid it. Your mental health should be your priority. Your mental health should be something that you take with utmost priority. So if your partner is giving you all this kind of signs, we'll just stop there. But then peculiar, I mean, for insecurity, can you say that insecurity can lead to trust issues?
Definitely. For the fact that you mentioned reassurance, you get, it's when you are not being trusted in a relationship, you have to keep on reassuring. And to touch on reassurance, also over explaining yourself, you just, the examples you gave was so perfect. You have to tell the person, I love you. You have to tell the person this constant thing over and over. Of course, reassuring your partner moderately is good and fine, you get. But when it now becomes too much, like the other partner wants it, and sometimes you can just be tired, and it's not just, or you forgot, genuinely you forget, and the person just needs it, you get. So it can cause you to show, and from there it gradually leads to trust issues. You get, for somebody that used to tell you I love you, I like you, well, because you guys have become OGs, you have become G's in the relationship. Yes, so you now stop saying it and be like, I expect you to know. You get, like me now, it's been a long time, but I expect you to know. I can show you, but maybe me not saying it or me forgetting to say it should not be an issue. So when it's leading to trust issues, you will now see that, oh, it's not telling me I love you. I probably can go and check his phone, checking your phone without like, it's fine, you can go through your partner's phone. I feel it's all fine and then, but when you're now going through it to search for something that is not there, the popular Nigerian adage, waiting you define, you see you get, so that's when it becomes issue. You get, you start building certain trust issues, you start thinking, and like I said, overthinking, and you start asking yourself, does this person likes me? That's one of the basic things with trust issues and insecurities. From insecurities, that does this person like you? I'm not fit for this person. You start feeling that, okay, trust. And another thing with trust issues you get as a red flag is for me, I won't say it just happens like that. Like, nobody will just give birth to anybody and the person will come out with trust issues. Of course, it happens constant over time. You get from different partners or friends from betrayal, mistrust and all those things. You had people before and they just at some point of your life did something to you and you just pick it. And when this thing keeps on happening, it builds trust issues. So you now meet this partner that is probably okay or definitely okay, but because of trust issues, you are feeling like
because of the passport.
Exactly, because of the passport. And trust issues can also lead to you not open up to your real partner. There was a time during street talk in church when the lady was like, I don't really care about the past, let the past be in the past, or something like that. Was that what she said? But yeah, I guess with that, I don't really care about the past. Like, if the past is there, let it just be. Sometimes there are people that, like, that's her own belief. You get, there are people that really, really want to know your past. They want to know how have your past been like. So now you're having trust issues. Maybe you have told somebody about your past, like, this is my past, this is how it is, this is how it is. But because the person misinterpreted it and be like, okay, this is the type of person you are, you get. So it's now, you don't want to trust anybody with that information. You can see, keep it to yourself. You get, so that's that for like trust issues.
I think for trust issues, right, one of the things is the partner would constantly doubt everything you say.
Yes.
So even if you say, oh, I'm going somewhere, are you sure? Those kind of things. And I don't think that's healthy, because if constantly, just like you mentioned, we have to keep reassuring you, no, I'm not doing this. So you're always doubting the person's whatever the person says to you, or maybe these decisions or something, or say I'm here and then you don't believe it. And then this now brings me to my question, Ife. How can we differentiate between the normal relationship concerns and then trust related issues?
So then we're looking at like the trust and then the trust issues. So I think there's like a thin line, because you can cross it and then it's not look like, oh, you have trust issues. So if you're looking at it from the normal trust side, let's say you are in a relationship with your partner and they are going out, of course you like to know where they are going to, like who they are with, but not in a bad way. Like, you just want to know for safety reasons, in case anything happens.
You're concerned.
We know where you are, we know who you are with. But then for like the other side, you see that the person is like asking so many questions and making it look somehow like they really want to know, or they are like exactly like they are monitoring you. Maybe you have told them everything, this is where I'm going, but like they still don't believe. They are still like, this person, and then they are checking and all of that. Like, it's very bad and just scary, because you feel like this person is like your FBI agent. Like, the person is like not protecting you, but like the person is like after you for themselves and all of that. And you can also see like in their tone, like if the person like trusts you, like the way the person would say it would be in a caring manner, like they would actually care about you, not to like find information. Maybe they just, partners go through each other's phones, like it's just normal.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. But then, as you said, when you now go, you are looking for something, like you want all the passwords, you want everything, his email, his WhatsApp login, his bank details. Chill. It's not meant to be that big of a deal. I mean, you can have it, but then you now say you want it. What's the reason? There's no, you just want it in case anything happens, in case that money should enter or just something. And it's weird, because the person will not feel safe. The person will feel like, I cannot be free again. This person doesn't trust me. This person think maybe I'm cheating or I'm doing something with another person. And nobody would ever want to be in a relationship like that, because you yourself, you just be stressed. You just be feeling that this person don't think that they can trust me, even when you haven't done anything to them. Yes, so I think that there's just that line. So if you are caring, just be caring and be okay. Don't go across the line and do too much, be asking for a lot of information, even the one that concern you and don't concern you. It will make the person feel like you don't trust them.
True. And I think the partner who is receiving this whole plenty baggage is going to feel hot, because I mean, if I have to constantly reassure you, or if you don't believe what I say, I feel like, then why are we in this relationship? If you cannot take my word for it and believe me, so why are we here? I mean, we are expected to trust each other. If you tell me something and I believe you, so why can't you believe what I say? And that is a red flag, because so that's why I said insecurity actually leads to trust issues, right? So an insecure partner is not, He's not.
It's not just.
It's very, very, he doesn't trust anything you say because he's always so unsure. He's always very, are you sure he's not doing something? Are you sure he's not doing up to something? And all of that. And that is a huge red flag. But then there's another red flag. And Peculiar, I'm going to direct this question to you. Do you think an unstable partner, or someone who is unstable, is a red flag?
Yeah, unstable partner.
Yeah,
of course, an unstable partner is a red flag, definitely. Like, you just got to see that thing. Partner who is inconsistent. Today he's showing or she's showing that she loves you so much and all, and the next day the person's like, where's your feelings? Emotionally not available. You get, so that type of person, you should actually watch out for the person. You should watch out for the person. Just that inconsistency, the person not just there, like I said, it's there today, it's not there tomorrow, it's in and out, so you just have to watch out for an unstable partner, because for me, one of the bottom line of unstable is inconsistency. Okay, that's why I just mentioned it straight up. That's just it.
Yeah, I think for inconsistency, it's just draining, because you are leaving the other partner to think does this person even want to be in this relationship, or am I in this relationship alone? Because if today you are showing all lovey-dovey and the next day it's like, bro, what's going on? So I think that's because you just have to, the person will now put the other person at the point where he's thinking. And what's going on? Did I do something wrong? Did I upset him? All those kind of things, and you are so unsure because the person is giving you a lot of inconsistency attitude, or rather inconsistent attitude. But then, Ify, an unstable partner, will you say an unstable person is a toxic person?
Yes, I would say the person is a toxic person, because as he mentioned inconsistency, another thing you can see in that person is mood swings, right? And honestly, people that are bipolar and all that, so people now embody I'm bipolar, they think it's cool. It's not.
Exactly.
You have a problem. So people that today they are happy, they are they can't control their emotions, and even when nothing happens, it's very scary, because you can just be laughing with it. I can be laughing with you now, I'll step out and come, the next thing you're crying. What is the problem? Exactly. So when you cannot control your mood is just everywhere. It's very scary and it's very toxic, because the person will be wondering, are you now mentally okay? Because it's just, and I don't know, I think it's a problem. It's if you are struggling with it, right? Okay, you're struggling with it, look for a way to work on it. But then if you're just struggling standing, you just you'll be putting the other person at risk, because they would be feeling okay, let me not do anything today, so that the person will not be triggered, because any small thing you do, you now see that this person is triggered, this person is crying, this person is angry, and you're stressing your partner, because your partner is just wondering, how do I make her happy? How do I make him happy? You're just making the person walk on eggshells, because they cannot make you happy. They don't know how to solve your problems. Every time is always your emotions are just your problems, and nobody would want to be with someone that is always having those constant mood swings, especially when you yourself, the person with the mood swing, they don't know what's doing them. Because you can be asking, what's the problem? They don't know, they are just angry. What's the problem? They are just crying. And yes, it's very toxic. To the person that is with the mood swing, and even to the partner, is very toxic.
And I think an unstable partner is just very unpredictable. Because you don't know what is going to happen next. You don't even know what you're going to do. You don't even know if you're going to like me or you don't like me. All these unpredictable actions. Those are the things that are associated with an unstable partner, which is not even healthy. Inconsistency. Because you're not consistent. Today you're cold, just like Peculiar said, today you're cold and the next day you are hot. So which side are you on? It leaves the other partner confused. What should we do? Are we, just like I said, are we in this relationship together, or am I alone in this relationship? And that is a red flag, because someone who is not constantly giving you that assurance of, okay, I love you, or okay, I'm here with you, that is just off and on. An off and on partner is not a partner.
It's not a partner.
It's just as good as you being single, sincerely. So I think an unstable partner is a red flag. So you need to just check all these red flags. We've mentioned trust. You see, the issue of trust, and I'm just going to go back to that. The issue of trust is very, very important, because if you cannot trust someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, there's no need to be with them. And then if you have someone who is constantly or do not trust you in anything you do, there's no need to be with them, sincerely, because you have to keep explaining, you have to keep giving them reasons. Sometimes they are not even necessary, but because they have trust issues, you are always drained, because truly that thing just affects you mentally. The act of just constantly reassuring them, the act of just constantly trying to explain yourself, even for matters that do not even necessarily need explanation, but because they do not trust you, they would just have to, and that is not good. That is actually toxic, because your mental health should be your priority. I said that before. Your mental health should be your priority. So these red flags are things you need to watch out for. And for the part of insecurity, right, I'm just going to add to that. For an insecure partner, I think that is actually very scary, because sometimes they grow into controlling, just like you mentioned, right? Monitoring. There's a story I heard of a guy that had his girlfriend's location on his phone. That is actually good to an extent, because
security reasons.
Yes, security reasons. But his own was not for security reasons. He was he never trusted her, and then he was always edgy and trying to know all her locations, where she's at, and that was just very scary, because I'm like, why do you want to monitor all my movements? It's okay, because we established the thin line between being concerned and but then when you are now going overboard, when you are now doing it in the extreme manner, because for that guy, he practically used to monitor her movements. So he would be like, where are you? And then she would say to you, she'll be like, okay, that's actually correct. And I'm like, I don't think that is
actually correct.
So that is not necessary. When you have a partner that is just overboard, that is too jealous, you can be jealous. It is normal to be jealous about your partner, because there's no how you see your partner with another and you not feel somehow. So it's normal. But then when it's now to the extreme, you want to always check his phone. Pekila established something that it's okay to check your partner's phone, right? But then when you are checking to find something,
what are you looking for?
Exactly. And they used to say the thing you are looking for,
you find it.
You find it. So you need to just be careful. So these things, when you notice them in your partner, these are things you need to be careful for. You need to, if possible, detach yourself from them. Because the truth is, it's not enough to have the butterflies in your stomach or to be head over heels for someone or to be madly in love with them. If they have these red flags, my sister and my brother, please run for your life.
Don't stay there and say, I will manage, I will change him.
You can't.
I will change
I think the mentality people have is, I can't change him. I can't explain to him. I can explain to her. And sometimes, you're not the Holy Spirit.
Exactly.
One thing I would say, you are having an unstable partner, an insecure partner, a partner with trust issues. You can't change them. You as the person having these issues, if you are being given advice, pick the advice. You pick the advice, you detach yourself from everybody. You work on yourself. No one is changing anybody, because if you decide to want to change them, at the end of the day, you regret it. Exactly. So you don't change anybody. You just have to just back out. Like, there are genuinely good people out there. That's one thing I'll say. There are genuinely good people out there. So you have to find who meet. And of course, I'm not saying that red flags are a good thing, but there are people with one or two. You just have to. We are human beings. We are not all perfect. You get, so you can't just see this. You can't see the perfect person for you. The perfect person for you is not the perfect person for another person.
What is my red flag?
Exactly.
What is your
exactly? There are things that you can sit down, you can talk with, especially if the person is willing to learn, if the person is willing to change. Maybe you can work with that type of person. But once the person you keep on advising, you keep on telling, and the person you are trying to change the person, you just have to just back out. If the person is willing to work with you to change the mindset, to be like, okay, I acknowledge this as my issue, you get, as red flag, as an issue, and you can be like, okay, that's fine. But once the person is not just giving advice for your mental health,
I keep saying this, your mental health is very, very important. You will not know what these things will do to you, sincerely, because the stress of always being monitored, being controlled, or always having to explain yourself time and again, it keeps you in that state where you're like, just sometimes you can be frustrated
Yeah.
because they're like, why is this person? Why can't you just trust me? So for your own good, please just leave the relationship. Don't try to say, oh, I'll change. And just like Peculiar mentioned, if the person is willing to change and you see the change, because there's one thing to say, oh, I'm going to change, but then the next minute, bro is acting up. So you need to see, if you're not seeing, please leave. You would definitely see that good person. You definitely see another person that will treat you well and that will be kind to you, that will not be doubting your statements.
Controlling.
Yeah, someone that will trust you and trust you for good. And then if you are this kind, or rather, should I say, if you possess these qualities of red flag, Peculiar says something. Yeah, work on yourself.
Work on yourself.
Because the truth is, no one wants to be with someone that have to you are doubting everything I'm saying, that has trust issues. So you can work on yourself before entering a relationship, so that you will not now start doubting your partner's decisions or what they say to you, or rather, you will not want to now control. You will not want to be feeling insecure. I mean, having that feeling of insecurity is not even a good feeling. Sincerely, you being insecure every time, I don't think you would feel happy when you are insecure. So I think you should deal with that. And for the trust issues, Peculiar mentioned something of dealing with betrayal. So deal with the hurts. Heal your heart.
Heal first.
Heal first before
you deal.
Heal before you deal. So before you enter into that relationship, heal. Ensure that you can now trust people. Yes, we know that maybe that person actually broke your heart or betrayed you, and then you were actually hurt. But please heal, because you would definitely meet someone that will not break your heart. Someone that is good. Yeah, someone that is good and someone that is true, someone that will be faithful. So please, so that you will not now meet the person that is faithful and then you're now all
carry the baggage of the old ex.
It's not going to be a fair thing. So what we're just trying to say in conclusion is, please heal. Those are for the people who are, having the trust issues, and for those who are having insecurities, work on your self-esteem. Sometimes it's low self-esteem that causes insecurity. You feel like, oh, maybe I'm not really good enough for this person, and then when you see someone that you think is good enough for your partner, you are very insecure. So which is not so. For your partner to choose you, it means he loves you or she loves you, and then you are enough. So tell yourself you are enough. So please just work on yourself. And then to the other party, if you are seeing these signs in your partner, you've said it again, please run away for your life, because red flags are not things that you should put up with. I don't think that you should tolerate, are things that you should go. So we know that you are in love with that person, but please, for the sake of your mental health, for the sake of your own self, please just detach from it. It's not going to be easy, honestly, because when you really like someone
and you have invested your feelings,
invested your time, you're already thinking that, oh, we're going to be married and then
stay together.
Trust me, I don't think you want to be in that position where you are always being controlled, where your partner is always being jealous on unnecessary things, where you have to keep reassuring yourself, where he's constantly doubting your statements. You don't want to be in that position. So for your own good, please just move back. Please just detach yourself from that relationship. So we've come to an end of our show. Thank you for joining us. Please, want to tell you to follow us on all our socials. On YouTube, it's Holyhill Radio. On Instagram, it's Holyhill Radio. On Facebook, it's also Holyhill Radio. And yes, we also have a TikTok account now. I mean, most of us have been, or rather, a lot of people have been asking us, do we have a TikTok account? So yes, our TikTok account is now up and running. So please follow us on TikTok. The name is also Holyhill Radio. And don't forget, we'll be sending out our song of the week. The link will post it out tomorrow. So this is the essence of this link. We want to know the song that you've been listening to throughout the week, and we're going to put it on air for you on Friday. So it's going to be up on Friday by 2:15 p.m. and you're going to get to listen to that your favorite song this week. I mean, is that not amazing?
It is.
Yeah, so please, we'll be putting out the link tomorrow. So please, when the Google form is sent out, kindly fill out the form. Please don't just keep the link and just scroll past. Please ensure you click it and then tell us the song that you'd want us to air on Holyhill Radio. Thank you for joining us. My name is Merit Nicholas and I'm here with
Ify.
Yes, and we are also here with Peculiar. So do have a wonderful day. Bye for now.